We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's YouTube class. Just checking all my technical setup. For some reason, my computer cannot connect to the chat again. That is super weird. But what I'm gonna do is I'll open the video on my phone as well, so I can see if you guys are commenting. Feel free to comment. Here we go. Boom, I can see myself on two screens right now. Anywho, chat is live. Okay, silence this one. Chat is live. If you want to let me know that you're here, feel free to let me know. There are two viewers. I'm pretty sure one of them is myself on that phone. The other one is Sabrina at work. Hi, honey. Anyways, in today's workout, we are going to take on I guess, at-home variation of one of the events from the Rogue Invitational from last weekend or the weekend before, which was a fun little online competition, probably the first of its kind. It was really interesting to watch everyone compete from their own gym, but still be able to see all of them. New experience. Let us know if you liked it or not. I kind of still hope that we'll get back to actual proper in-person competitions, but I'm glad that we've got the technical abilities to actually make it happen across the globe for everyone at the same time. Boom. With that said, today's workout is going to be 240 double unders, followed by 2 rounds of 60 V-ups and a 400-meter run. If you want to check out the original version of the workout, check out the programming for the box or head over to at Rogue Invitational on Instagram and check out their posts. Now, scaling options, which you probably need some because you can either do 240 double unders, or there's a lot of us who cannot do 240 double unders within a considerable amount of time, as well as maybe you don't have the ability to do it at home because you don't want your neighbor to hate you too much, and also the weather is really not good enough to be outside. Second, in case you still do not have a 400-meter running track in your living room / garden, we'll have to think about a few scaling options for those too. V-ups or V-ups or tuck-ups. But we'll go through that as well. So in my case, because there is no running track here, and I cannot do double unders, I'm going to do 240 penguin jumps, followed by 2 rounds of 60 V-ups and 25 burpees. 60 V-ups, 25 burpees again, done. The 25 burpees worked pretty well on Saturday when we did V-ups and burpees with Sabrina. This time, I'm on my own, unfortunately. But it seemed like a good skating option for myself to replace that 400-meter run. So I'm going to stick to that because it's something I like. But in case you don't want to do burpees, which is most of you out there, you can do, what do we say? You can do 120 jumping jacks, which would nicely fit into the rep scheme of this workout. So that would be 120. That would be 60 V-ups, 120 jumping jacks, 60 V-ups, 120 jumping jacks. You could replace your 400-meter run with 90 seconds of high knee raises. I think these will be the 2 options for today. So let's get started. Just going to adjust my camera tiny little bit. Here we go. I've got both of the yoga mats right here right now to kind of dampen my jump, so the neighbor doesn't get too upset with me. But we're gonna get started with 30 lateral jumps. Pick your object. For me, it's going to be a beautiful little pillow here. After the 30 lateral jumps, we're going to do 10 straight leg raises each side. Probably my favorite movement to get better at V-ups or to strengthen the lower abs. And then we're going to do 5 plank walkouts. We will do 3 rounds of this total. So set up next to your object of choice to jump over. We'll go for 30 lateral jumps. When you're ready, sit down on the ground, and we're going to continue with our leg raises. So hands go on the ground. You can put your fingertips on the ground or your palm. It's up to you, but it should be as close to in line with your knees as possible. These are your knees. These are not your knees. We want the shoulder in front of the hips, ideally. We'll go for 10 leg lifts on each side. Switch to the other side. When you're ready, we'll stand up and perform 5 plank walkouts. Beautiful. We'll wait for a quick second. We'll go for the second round. 30 lateral jumps to start with. Sit down and grab. Hands next to your knees. We'll go for 10 leg raises. Other leg. Stand up. We're going to go for our plank walkouts. Try to keep your legs straight as you walk your hands back. Stand all the way up. Sweet. We've got one more set of our warm-up. Again, starting with 30 lateral jumps. So down on the ground. If you feel like you can make these leg raises a little bit more difficult, you can go ahead and try 2 legs at the same time for 20 repetitions. Or you can stick to the single leg raises and just keep your hands next to your knees. When you're ready, we'll stand up. Get rid of the cramp. We're going to walk the hands back and forth 5 times. Good stuff. Quick look at the comments. No comments. Awesome. If you're watching and you want to let me know that you're here, please feel free. Grab a sip of water if you want to. And we're going to continue. We'll continue with our V-up progression. And I'd like you to scale from V-ups to make it a little bit easier. You can go down to single leg V-ups, or you can go down to tuck-ups, or you can scale that to single leg tuck-ups. In our progression, we're going to go the other way around, from easiest to hardest. So for your single leg tuck-up, you're going to start from a hollow position, pull one knee into your chest, and then the other one. It's important to note that I would like you to stay in a hollow position throughout the whole movement. So stay in a hollow, keep your back on the ground, pull this knee in. This is still staying up off the ground, reaching forward. So we're going to go ahead and do 10. That's 5 on each side. And relax a little bit. Ideally, just like on the single leg raises, I'd like you to feel your lower abs working and your core muscles. If this is already blowing up your abs, that's most likely because you're going into an arch on the floor and you're kind of turning this into a sit-up, but we want to stay in a hollow position. So if that went well for you, I want you to go ahead and try 5 of what we would call a regular tuck-up. So both knees are tucked up into your chest. Looks like this. And back. So we'll do 5 reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good. Next up on our list is going to be our single leg V-up. And pretty much the same concept will apply to this as your tuck up. I want you to keep the other leg off the ground, nice and straight. The only difference is going to be between tuck up and our V-up is that we'll try to keep our leg straight, the one that we're reaching towards. We're reaching towards the feet But more importantly, I want you to try to bring your knees into your chest and try to reduce the distance between your knees and the chest. So your single leg V-up is going to look like this. And I'd like you to do 5 on each leg for a total of 10. At this point, you're potentially thinking, damn, this is a lot harder than when I keep my other leg on the ground, just relaxed. And you're right. But I would like you to try to challenge yourself today and keep the inactive leg, also active. Keep it off the ground and challenge yourself a little bit. Feel free to stay with the tuck-ups. I think it's a perfectly good option and will allow you to really focus on your position here. So last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do our what we'll consider full V-up. So 2 hands reaching towards both feet at the same time. We're going to try to keep our knees extended. This might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but if you keep your legs flexed, your toes pointed a little bit, it doesn't only make the exercise prettier and more gymnastic, but it actually makes it a little bit easier to engage your hip flexors to get into a better V-up position. So it's going to look something like this. And I'd like you to try 5 repetitions. Sweet. So I hope that everyone can find a good scaling option in one of these 3 options here. We've got 2 times 60 repetitions, so that's 120 total, which is also known as a shit ton of V-ups. Now, if you watch event 3 from the Rogue Invitational from the girls, I believe Haley Adams won that event, and she actually did sets of 3 V-ups from the start. She can obviously do a lot more, but she just realized how demanding this workout is going to be. And to keep the fast pace, she went for very short sets with very short and controlled rests. So my plan is to probably go for sets of 5 and keep the rest really, really short on this, instead of exhausting myself with sets of 10 or 15 and then having to take a much longer rest. You can choose to do bigger sets, obviously, but try to stay on top of your resting period and then just lie on the ground waiting for the ebb burn to go away. Beautiful. Grab a sip of water. We did a nice little burpee progression in Saturday's class with Sabrina. So we'll take a few parts of that today into account into this warm up. Now, if you don't want to do burpees instead of the run, that's again perfectly fine. Then please go ahead and warm up for either your jumping jacks or your high knee running. For you burpeers, those who choose to do burpees, we'll start with 5 no push-up burpees. So hand goes on the ground, jump back, jump forward, jump up. This is going to be 1. I want you to do 5. Nice. We're now going to go ahead and practice getting down on the ground and getting back up nice and quick. So we'll set up in a plank position and then lower ourselves on the ground. Push the chest away and curl the toes under. But at this point, I want to relax my back. So I want to allow my back to relax a little bit. So I'm just going to try to squeeze the glutes. And from here, pop the hands forward, pop the feet forward. And then we'll go back and down. So 5 times we'll do this. Chest up, jump forward, lie back down. Chest up, get ready, forward, down, up, forward, down, up, forward, and stand. So I believe an efficient burpee is going to be the combination of not wasting too much energy and time on the way down in your burpee, and then jumping on your foot nice and flat so you can jump straight up from that position instead of having to jump forward. Also, finally, to try and use your core muscles, to try and use that arched position to not have to take some weight off your shoulders. Usually 2 things can happen during burpees. One that is more common, you run out of breath, you run out of air, and your soul is crushed at the same time. Second, if something starts to burn, that's usually most likely the shoulders. That's because coming out from the bottom, you're pushing a ton. But if I can just squeeze the butt, go into an arched position, I can already take some weight off the arms and help this position getting out of the bottom. So we'll go ahead, combine these 2 little drills into our full burpee. We're going to do 5 repetitions. Here we go. Jump back and lie down real quick. Just up, forward, and jump. That's it. Easy. Maybe not. But it's fun. Now, unfortunately, Sabrina is not here. So I might be going a little bit slower on the burpees. She's usually the one who pushes the pace on the burpees. But I'll try my best also without her. Last but not least, I'm going to do just a few penguin jumps to try to find the rhythm for this fun little movement. With 240 repetitions in today's class, I'm pretty sure I'm going to at least double the amount of penguin jumps I've ever done in my life. But I'll look forward to a new challenge. Here we go. Penguin jump. First, we're going to forget about the hands. All we want to do is jump straight up and down in one place. But you want to keep in mind, you will have to tap on your thighs twice on each jump. So this jump with no tension in the body, no height, no air time, is going to be too short. The movement, the rhythm is going to be off. It's not actually going to carry over into your double unders. Try to keep in mind always why you're doing an exercise, especially when it's a scaled movement. It is because we want it to carry over to the RX movement, to the full movement, in this case the double unders. So we're trying to learn the rhythm of those double unders, which means we'll need to get a little bit more air time for those jumps. So we'll do 10 nice and tall jumps. So I want you to try and keep your legs straight. Push from your toes and point the toes down towards the ground on these jumps instead of pulling your heels up even a little bit. This is a different jumping technique than jumping straight up. I often say in my classes, your beautiful bodies were made to jump. So if you struggle with box jumps or double unders, please let me know, because we can go and learn to jump again and learn to be more powerful. So with that said, we'll do another 10 nice and tall jumps. Your feet are right under your hips. They don't have to be fully closed, just under your hips, so you can get a nice big bounce out of this. Easy peasy. For our penguin jump, what we want to do is going to be 2 taps on your thighs every time you're in the air. And this is where the movement will carry over to the double unders. Your double unders are almost never a question of strength. Most likely it's a question of coordination. And if you just jump around and hit your thighs, you're still separating all your limbs and you don't learn the rhythm and the coordination required for your double under. So what we want to do is to pay attention to when we tap the thighs. For this, we need a little bit of air time, just like our jumps previously. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to jump up and tap twice on each jump. I'm just going to try to do 5, and I'll show you how it should look like. As simple as that. Try to get that rhythm. Try to jump high enough that you can tap twice on your thighs. Okay? It doesn't have to be big taps. It can be little ones. You can keep your hands close. You're going to try to learn the rhythm of the double unders as well, because once you start doing your actual double unders, you're also not just going to go really quickly. There is a rhythm in that movement. So let's do 10 penguin jumps. Here we go. Not too bad. I'm almost 100% sure that I'm going to lose count on this really quickly. So please don't quote on my 240 repetitions. I'll do my best to keep count, but I honestly doubt that I will. All right, so we're gonna get started in about 1 minute. If you want to go ahead, use the bathroom, take a quick break, have a sip of water. I'm going to open the door here just to get a little bit more air in the room, and then we'll get started. Hopefully you're now ready to either do penguin jumps or double unders for the first part of this workout. After that, we've got our V-ups, tuck-ups, or running, jumping jacks, high knees, or burpees. In the class, this workout has a 20-minute time cap, but that includes hanging from the bar, doing toes to bars. I think at home we can be a little bit quicker, so I'm going to say we'll go with a 16-minute time cap. Might be a little bit tight, but I'll definitely wait at least until 16 minutes into this workout. So open the door, set up the clock. I'll see you in a minute. Good. Right. Lost case. Okay, clock is hopefully more or less visible. Looking good. Connection is still stable. Good. All right, guys. So without further ado, we are gonna jump into this workout: 240 double unders, 60 V-ups, 400-meter run, 60 V-ups, 400-meter run. Done. Starting in 10 seconds. All right. That's about it. More or less. 340. Hopefully. Let's get started with the V-ups. Moving into my first set of 25 burpees. Headed into the second set of V-ups. Starting the last set of the burpees. Keep it up. Keep going. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's push the end. We've got 2.5 minutes until the time cap. Work hard. Try to speed up that last set of the burpees or jumping jacks or high knees that you're doing. Or run, obviously. Come on, come on. We've got 2 more minutes until the time cap, guys. Keep it up. Go, go, go. We're soon about to finish. Keep pushing. We've got 90 seconds left until the time cap. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Hopefully by now you're on the last set of burpees or jumping jacks. Keep pushing. Keep it up. One minute to go. "30 seconds left until the time cap, guys. Come on, come on." Got a few more seconds. Let's get every repetition in as that you can. Come on. Don't stop. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the time cap. But if you want to, just go ahead and finish the workout if you're still on it. Fairly done. Thank you so much for joining today. You did a great job. Hope you enjoyed this. It was a nice and sweaty workout, as expected, especially in this weather. This beautiful combination of movements. Hope you enjoyed the class. Make sure you stretch out your abs. Go up or down, left or right. To find a playlist, it should be linked in the RCD group. There should be a playlist of all our videos, all our at-home YouTube live classes. Check out one that says active recovery. Do that now to relax a little bit. Well done. Have a great Monday, guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.